What's going on, YouTube? This is Jim Afanis, aka Viper Magic, and once again, I'm joined by my lovely wife, Miss Rachael. How you doing, Rach?
I'm great. How are you?
I am ecstatic. So, finally, this bad boy has come in the mail. This is the Metal Gear Solid 5 Collector's Edition in the flesh.
So we've only been preparing for this for the last 500 hours. Well, probably 512 now.
So, I'm going to let you do the official cutting while I talk a little bit, if that's okay.
Okay.
So, as you guys may be aware, or maybe not, I don't know, I'm going to do a free plug for these guys. The Twitch channel United, the letter U, United. I have been watching these guys for the last 2 or 3 days. It feels like 500 hours.
It's 500 hours.
They're doing a 500-hour marathon of all Metal Gear games, so I brushed up on all the classics. So I've seen Metal Gear, the original Metal Gear, all the way through Metal Gear Solid 4. I'm ready for 5. Now, a lot of people may think that 5, if you're not in the know, you would think that 5 is the next chapter. This actually takes place after, it takes place back in the past, rather, after Metal Gear Solid 3, but before the original Metal Gear on Nintendo. Means a lot to you, I know. And I know you're really excited about Metal Gear. So, can you tell us, all of us, what do you know about Metal Gear?
So we know Metal Gear is a computer. We know there's a lot of micro machines. We've all seen the video. What I remember from this game, and I haven't played in a while. Actually, I don't know that I ever played this game because it's not my cup of tea. But there's a lot of stealth involved in it, and I did play because I remember getting extremely frustrated trying to sneak through an area and constantly getting caught by guards. And of course, once I got caught, I was all about the stealth, so then I got frustrated.
I have to correct you on 2 minor things.
Okay.
1, Metal Gear is not a computer. It is a nuclear launching device, usually a robot. And 2...
It's a computer system.
I don't know what you mean by micro machines. Do you mean nanites?
Micro machines.
Okay.
Micro machines.
You mean the little cars that you drew, not the Matchbox, but the micro machine?
That's what they kept calling it on the video that they used to play.
That was nanites.
Okay.
Okay, it's okay. It's okay.
Whatever.
No, well, that's why. That was my point. A lot of my friends and my lovely wife are like, "What the hell's Metal Gear?" Now, I am a huge Metal Gear fan. I don't talk about it an awful lot because it comes in installments. You do recall I parked on Metal Gear 4 for over a year because I didn't want it to end. You do remember that?
I do remember that.
Okay, so this takes place again back in the past, 1984. This is Big Boss. This is the original guy. And he's on a quest for revenge. So, will you do us the honors and open up the Collector's Edition?
So first we're going to turn it around.
Turn it around. Oh yeah, that's something I wanted to point out actually. A lot of people are really saying, oh, this really sucks because it doesn't have Hideo Kojima's name on it. It doesn't have the Hideo Kojima name anywhere or his company name. And we were spinning it around and we were looking at it. And there is one reference, but it's kind of loose. So if you don't mind, I'm going to point to the top of the box. That is Hideo Kojima's logo. That is his logo.
Yep. It's also on the bottom.
It's also on the bottom. It's on the bottom of the box too? It is. Actually, on the bottom, it's XOF. We don't know who those guys are yet. That's a rogue organization, we think. But a lot of people were saying that they were really frustrated that Kojima's name wasn't on it. So I went back and did some research. And I have the original Metal Gear Solid game for the PlayStation 1. It was the greatest hit, so it may have been taken off on the original box. I'm not sure of the packaging. It does say Konami on the front. On the back, there is no reference anywhere to Hideo Kojima's name anywhere. I just want to point that out. So then I went and did a little more research, and then I looked up Metal Gear Solid 2. Now, Metal Gear Solid 2 actually does say at the bottom, right below the name there, Sons of Liberty, it does say a Hideo Kojima game. And no markings on the back. It's just pictures of the gameplay and like the general kind of, fluff. Then on Metal Gear Solid 4, Sons of the Patriots for PlayStation, again, there's no mention of his name on the front. But on the back, it does actually have the logo. Now, it's kind of hard to see.
Very, very tiny print, so put your glasses on.
However, you will see that it's got the logo, but it says Kojima. It doesn't say Fox. Now, Kojima does actually use that as his logo for his game company, and they do use it in-game, so it's kind of like an homage to himself. But the fact that they've taken his logo and put Fox on it to me, that bums me out more than his name saying a Hideo Kojima game. Now, we all know in our hearts he made it. There's a big fallout with Konami. Jimquisition, you got it right, man. I'm not a big fan of Konami either. However, you won't see his name anywhere. That was a big draw for a lot of people.
All right.
So, let's open this bad boy up. Oh, that's how it opens?
That is how it opens.
Oh, let's see it. Let's see what happens. Da-na. Something going to fall out of break. And inside we have a hand. Now, I already knew it was in it, but it's still really funny to see a hand. So
It is.
Okay, so can I turn around and take a look on the inside? Let's see what we got. Okay. So the hand. A lot of people are probably wondering what the hell the hand is about. Let me try to open this.
Here.
I'll let you open it. Please do the honors. For anybody who's played the Phantom Pain, or I'm sorry, this is Phantom Pain. Ground Zeroes. At the end of it, you'll see that Paz lies and betrays Solid Snake, or I'm sorry, Naked Snake, as his name is, and she jumps out of a helicopter, explodes. He lands, fights off some people in what was Outer Haven, and unfortunately, there's an explosion, and he puts his hands out like this. Now, the demo and all the trailers and stuff they've shown show him waking up at the hospital with the hook for a hand. Clearly, he now has a hand. This is the replica of his hand. I believe they said it was a half scale, but there's no way that's half scale unless he's a little man baby. That is extremely... well, okay.
It's about half
I guess
scale.
if you were... You know what? I guess if you were thinking about it, yes. Out of all the things that they could actually give, I'm very surprised that this is what they chose. Metal Gear is very... There's a lot of symbology in the game. There's a lot of other things I think they could have drawn on. Most notably, Solid Snake is known... Well, I keep saying Solid Snake, but Snake is known for cigars, for smokes, and for the cardboard box. Now, I wouldn't expect them to give a cardboard box as an item, but his hand, of all things... I mean, we got to keep in mind that this is probably it for Kojima and Konami. So that we're going to remember him by a fist, I guess. And obviously the fingers, as Rachel's been playing around, are they're bendable, and it looks like there's...
He has an opposable thumb.
He does. He can hold the controller.
Let's see.
I'm looking at some of the language here and what it says. It's very clearly like a replica. It says forearm holding latch, Diamond Dogs R&D, artificial laboratory. And then on his hand it says motive sinew protection gauntlet, caution, bolting torque, caution, overhaul, blah blah blah. So it's treated as if it's his actual hand. I mean, like a complete replica. Now a lot of people have been doing the middle finger and stuff. I'm gonna leave it like that. V for victory. If you're not a Metal Gear fan, you probably don't understand what that means. But for those who aren't, I will explain very briefly. Hideo Kojima has been very clear that he wants Japanese gaming to kind of be the core of gaming again, and he's upset that Grand Theft Auto and some of these other games have taken the light away. So Metal Gear Solid 5, obviously it's the 5th edition of the game, but also V for victory. So this is actually very interesting. I don't know if I would look at this in a year from now or 2 years from now or at some point in time and say, wow, that's Metal Gear. I mean, it doesn't really scream Metal Gear to me. But maybe his prosthetic hand has a bigger play in the gameplay, and we'll have to figure that out. Inside we have the box. It's obviously the game. It matches exactly what's on the outside. Again, I'll just show this for completeness. You don't see Kojima's name anywhere on the bottom. As I showed in the other ones, you didn't really either. On the back, though, interestingly enough, his name is completely removed entirely. The Fox logo isn't even there, as a matter of fact. It just says Konami down here in the corner. So that's kind of interesting that they really went out of their way to, really take him away from that. And then something I've never seen on a collector's edition before. I don't know if this really means anything. It says not for resale on the bottom, which is kind of odd. I mean, I don't plan on selling it. But I've gotten other collector's edition boxes that have never said that. So it's kind of like a weird thing.
Yeah.
Anyways, what else is it? Whoa, jeez. Get down.
So as we have discovered, It came with the steel
Oh,
book.
okay. So Batman did this too. They do you get the plastic box and then you get the Steel Series case. That's always been so odd to me. What's inside there?
A Blu-ray disc.
That's probably the making of it. It says spoiler warning on the bottom.
Yep.
So
collector's disc, Metal Gear Solid 5.
is that the making of? Does it say it on that? Would you still have the cardboard outside piece?
Yes.
So on the cover, while she's digging that up for us, this is a Metal Gear Solid 5 Collector's Edition, Phantom Pain. This Phantom episode, Kingdom of the Files, contains many critical spoilers from the game. So obviously for us Metal Gear fans, when we're done, we'll go back and watch this. But as you can see, it's got all the major players on the cover and on the back, and this is really, really cool. Again, I don't understand why these games give both a plastic and a steel series. That seems to be the new tradition where they just kind of throw it in at the end. I would have liked to see maybe something else instead of that box. Maybe this was something else, because the reality is, how are you going to want to display your game? You're totally going to want to use the cool thing, right?
Yep.
So does it say what the game, does it say in here what the content is?
It does. However, it's in a language that I'm unfamiliar with.
Really?
AKA not English.
No kidding. We got a... Oh, wow. It's in French.
And something else.
Well, it does say here. It actually is in English on the actual page. It just says collector's disc. It doesn't say anything else. The detail stuff is in France, and it looks maybe like Spanish. I don't know. Anyways. So, and that was it, right? Is there anything else in here?
That's it.
There's nothing else under here? There's no... I thought there was like a patch or something. Oh, that's the patch. Interesting. So what's the So, I thought I read that there was like a map or something. There's not... Maybe it's inside the box? There's nothing under there, huh? Now we're going to do a scrutinizing look, because if you recall last time...
No, it does feel like this is Velcro.
When we went through the Batman, we did a supplemental video, if you recall. We weren't very good at the whole unboxing thing, because we're like, oh my god, the statue turns on and blah, blah, blah happens. So I just wanted to make sure. I thought there was something else in here. It wasn't like a major value. I thought it was like an eye patch or a map, and it may be inside the box. I'm opening it now. I will tell you, and you're doing your research over there, and I'm doing my research over here. We will see what's inside
So we
the
have
case.
a fold up, but there's nothing
We were
in
robbed.
there.
We were robbed, Snake. They also said that they were going to email the... I always smell the game case. Oh, here we go. Here's the map. They are going to email the code separately, which we got. A lot of the collector's edition day one stuff did not actually come in the case. It was just the game. So it looks like a map. I'm going to try to open it here and show you guys. On one side says Northern Kabul, Afghanistan. And on the back side says the Angola Zari border region and landing zone Africa. So I'm going to do my best to hold this up. I don't know how much detail people are going to be able to see without covering your face.
Not much.
So it looks like, is this actually a usable map though? If this is the actual area you explore, this is enormous. Now, I know it's an open world game, which is very, very different from a lot of the other Metal Gears that have been very linear in terms of, mostly due to loading and some of the content and stuff. It's been kind of a very linear experience, but having an open world game where you're actually Snake and you can go around anywhere and do everything, I have never much relied on in-game maps. If you remember, Grand Theft Auto came with one. I'm not really the kind of guy that like hangs it up, and I'm like, if I get lost, I'm going to pull up my phone and look online, like GameFAQs or something. I'm not going to pull out the map and say, oh, I'm in a D17. I better move on. So, neat little collectible, I guess, in that sense. I'll probably never use it. That's probably the last time I'll actually ever see it. So I'm going to fold it up and put it in the box. And
So one thing that I
off it
would
stays.
like to share with you.
Yes.
We've gotten this little package.
Yeah, what's in the little
It came
package?
in our game.
Okay.
And it talks about a warranty.
Yes.
I've never seen one of these before. I would like to share with you. This Konami product is sold as is without express or implied warranty of any kind. And Konami is not liable for any losses or damages of any kind resulting from use of this program. Konami agrees for a period of 90 days to either repair or replace at its option free of charge any Konami product, postage paid, with proof of date of purchase at the factory center.
So are they talking about the game or the fist?
I'm not sure what they're talking about, but
Really?
they just told us that it's as is without express or implied warranty, but then they told us that it has a warranty for 90 days.
Interesting.
The first sentence is also that Konami warrants to the original purchaser of this Konami software product that the medium on which this computer program is recorded is free of defects in materials and workmanship for a period of 90 days from the date of purchase.
So that's a pretty standard warranty, but that's very odd coming from a video game.
Yeah, I wasn't... I've never seen a warranty brochure come with a video game.
Well,
I've seen a lot of them. Obviously, we have quite a few collector's editions, but this is the first that has a warranty booklet.
It's very unfortunate that Konami went through what they went through, and I'll be doing many videos about this in the near future. I've been kind of waiting to see it play out, but it looks like this is the end. Some weird stuff's been going on over there. But, okay, you've seen it all. You've seen the box. I do like the logo on the box. I do like the box. I think it's cool. You've seen the steelbook. You've seen the collector's piece, the game, the map, and then we also got some codes for some digital something, bonus points or something. I don't know, whatever. Probably we'll cash that in later. And this was all, I believe, what, $90? Then we had the Best Buy Gamer Club unlocked, so we got 20% off that. But I want to say this was like maybe MSRP, like $100.
I think it was thereabouts.
Okay, so on a scale from 1 to 10, 1 being the worst collector's edition you've ever seen, and 10 being, oh my god, I'm going to name my child after this collector's edition, Miss Rachael, what would you give the Metal Gear Solid 5 Phantom Pain Collector's Edition?
I'm kind of on the fence. Metal Gear doesn't really mean a whole lot to me, so this doesn't really have any, nostalgia for me. I know that's not the case for you. So I'm going to have to park this at a solid, probably 4.5.
4.5? Oh.
Well,
okay.
I mean, he does have an opposable thumb on his hand. The fingers are, bendable. I guess I could be talked up to... The steelbook's pretty cool.
That's really all it is.
But,
it's really a steelbook in a hand.
It's really not a whole lot of anything. I mean, when you compare it price point-wise, I believe it was Was it about the same as Batman?
I think Batman was a little more.
Was Batman more?
I believe so.
Mortal Kombat was the same price, I believe. And that was significant.
That Mortal Kombat statue is still one of my absolute favorite by
that
course.
That was definitely...
The course one was Scorpion, not the realistic one, but the more cartoony one. That was...
But...
we're back.
Again,
Technical problems.
I guess I could come up to maybe a 6. But...
Whoa, that's a huge... I just talked you into a 6. Your initial gut reaction was a 4.5 out of 10. We're going to leave it at that. For me, it is an 11 out of 10. This is the last product we're probably going to get ever from Metal Gear with Hideo Kojima's seal of approval, his creative ownership of this game.
Where's the seal of approval?
He made the game. This is his... he has been very, very clear... Not on the box, obviously. He's been very clear this was the Metal Gear he dreamed of. And if you go back and watch the original one, the fact that one guy has been taking the same franchise since the 80s to now is nothing short of amazing, revolutionary. It's never been done, and no one's even en route to do that right now. No reboots. The same game you played in the original Nintendo versus today is the same characters, same plot line, and it is amazing. So an 11 out of 10. But the reality is probably about a 3 because this hand is really weird and it looks like a little man baby arm. I mean, I will display it. I'm going to leave the V for victory because that's what we will do. That's to honor Kojima. However, I could see potentially putting the ghost in his hand or maybe something small, although it's kind of wobbly. I'm not really sure what he could really hold without falling over. The box is kind of neat. I do like the Diamond Dog logo, but for the price, I don't know if I would have...
So if this wasn't...
If you're not a huge fan, I would be extremely disappointed. But you got to understand, I'm looking at this through super fanboy glasses.
Yes. So, again, I don't know.
Well, I think you said it all. I've said it all, probably more, way more than you.
Yes.
I'm dying to play this game. I'm going to go load it up, let it install, do the patches. Expect a video from me in the next 3 or 4 days giving an initial overview. I'm not going to do spoilers. I'm going to take my time and enjoy it. I'll get to Mad Max later. I'll get to Mario Maker later. But for the next couple weeks, my life's going to be with this game in this series, and I'm going to send it off in the proper way and enjoy it and take my time. With that, we've said it all.
Double V for victories.
V for victory. As always, we want to thank you guys for watching. Please do me a favor, and do Rachel a favor too. Comment, rate, subscribe. Let us know what you think about this unboxing. Let us know what you think about Metal Gear Solid 5, and let us know what other collector's editions are out there that we need to be aware of. I can tell you right now we have the
Halo
5 collector's edition on order. We have we just picked up Street Fighter 5 and also The Division. I think those are the 3 we have right now.
We also have Fallout 4.
And Fallout 4. I'm going to forget Fallout 4. That'll be probably the next time you see Rachel will be in Fallout 4. But if you like seeing her, leave your comments. I pass them on to her, good or bad, but I'm watching. Don't be naughty. As always, thanks for watching. And until next time, we will see you guys on the other side. Bye.